Hello and welcome to Poor Unfortunate Podcast, where Disney is what we do. It's what we live for. We're the two besties you never knew you needed. I'm Caroline Aimetti.
And I'm Conor Perkins. This is a Disney podcast for grown-ups because we believe magic gets better with age. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to all of our returning listeners and viewers. Thank you so much for coming back and joining us once again. And to any new listeners or viewers, thank you so much for hitting play. Please also remember to hit follow or subscribe wherever you're getting the podcast. And if you're watching on YouTube, opt in for notifications, ring the little bell. We'd love doing that. And then everybody, once we get to the end of the episode, or right now if you're feeling it, hit 5 stars, leave a written review or a comment wherever you're listening or watching the podcast. It's one of the best things you can do to help us get seen in search results, push the podcast to some other people, all that good algorithm stuff. We would really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So today we have something really special for you. This happened very, very quickly and was kind of a surprise. And, you know, sometimes surprises are the best. Actually, usually surprises are the best. And This one is kind of the best. So, Caroline, why don't you tell everybody what happened?
I would love to. So, last night, we were lucky enough to be invited to see Frozen, that is currently playing at Paper Mill Playhouse in Millburn, New Jersey. And we had such a wonderful time. It is a beautiful, beautiful production. It is playing through January 11th at Paper Mill Playhouse. So if you can make the time, you should totally get there and see it. We loved every moment of it. And we just love seeing Frozen on stage.
It's so good.
It's so good on stage. It's so good on stage.
What season is that? Season 3?
Yes, we have a perfect episode to pair with this. Option up. It's a 2-part episode where we talk about the original Broadway cast recordings of Frozen and The Little Mermaid. So that would be a great pairing with this episode.
Which is super ironic because Paper Mill literally has produced both The Little Mermaid and Frozen this year. So,
and I got to see that beautiful Little Mermaid as well. Yeah, Paper Mill. What should they do next? We have requests. We'll be in touch. But then to make it even better, today we are welcoming Todd Buonopane to the podcast. Todd plays Olaf in this production. And I think you're going to be so delighted by this interview. He was an absolute joy and delight as Olaf. I just get all the warm, fuzzy feelings just thinking about his performance. And so he came on and chatted about the show, about Disney as we do, and we're going to bring all of that to you. But before we jump into the interview, we want to give you his bio because he is booked and busy.
He's done some stuff. He's done some stuff.
Things.
So Todd is currently playing Olaf in Disney's Frozen at Paper Mill Playhouse through January 11th. Todd has appeared on Broadway as Jean-Michel in Cinderella.
Which we love.
We love Roger in Grease, which, hey, I've done Roger in Grease as well.
Hell yeah.
Amos in Chicago, and many characters in the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
He has also toured the United States in The Play That Goes Wrong, Godspell, and Chicago, which he has also done in Dubai, Seoul, and Tokyo. Hello. His off-Broadway credits include Tartuffe, which actually just wrapped up, starring Andre de Shields. That looked incredible. The Butter and Eggman, Henry and Mudge, and The New Yorkers at City Center Encores. His TV credits include The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Brain Dead, Grey's Anatomy, Law and Order, Criminal Intent, and 30 Rock.
So Todd, welcome to Poor Unfortunate Podcast. It's great having you here with us.
Thanks for having me.
We're so happy you're here. So Todd, we actually, before we jump into all of the questions we have for you about Olaf, we wanted to tell you that we saw the show last night and you were
It was so good.
Wonderful.
Oh, good. I'm glad you were there.
It was so great. It was so great.
So magical.
I was crying within the first 3 minutes of it. I was just like,
oh my God, those
the
two little girls.
Those
little girls are so good.
They're unbelievable.
I have mutual friends with Hazel, I think her name is, who's young Elsa, because she's from Maryland. And so, there's the Maryland community is, very, very tight. So, we've got people who were like, oh, my God, Connor, you saw it? I was like, yes, she was amazing.
They were incredible.
Great.
She was Annie.
Oh, that makes
on that
so
recent
much
tour.
sense. Yeah. Oh, my gosh, I thought she looked familiar. Oh, okay, that makes so much sense.
She started opposite Whoopi Goldberg in Madison Square Garden.
So she's like, oh, I can do anything now.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's amazing.
And the other one, Anjali, is from a little Broadway dynasty family, I guess. Because one day I said, oh, what are you doing on your day off? And she goes, I'm going to drop off my brother. And I said, where? And she goes, Broadway. because he's an MJ.
Just
He's
dropping
like
my
little
brother
Michael
Broadway.
Jackson, MJ.
Oh my God.
So cute.
Oh my
Incredible.
God.
Oh gosh, to have that life. I love that so much. So we just wanted to tell you, like, you were absolutely beaming during the bows, and it just was like, it's just so wonderful to watch you up there. And so we wanted to know, just as a little intro, how has it been for you jumping into the world of Frozen after just having wrapped up your run in Andre de Shield's Tartuffe, which I'm sure was a very different thing. How has that been for you?
Yeah, I mean, I was playing the mean grandmother in that show.
Yes, you were.
Yeah. Only play things very close to me. It has been such a joy because the show is beautiful and the people are the most fun ever. And the second day, we had learned all the music and we sat down to do our read through. And I was so excited because I was like, oh, everybody here wants to have fun. And I feel like Frozen is one of those shows you see that you want to walk out thinking, oh, that cast was having the time of their lives.
Yeah.
And they're honestly having so much fun. My mic is not on in so many like dance numbers where I am just talking up a storm. I mean, Olaf is just talking to all the dancers, encouraging them to kick higher. There's one girl that I'm always like, look me in the eyes and kick, and she. And
oh my God.
But like our joy and fun is just spilling out to the audience. It's making it more fun, I think.
They need to do one performance where they put your mic on.
Keep the
Just
mic on.
One
Yes.
mic on performance.
We're
One
putting the
mic on
request in now.
performance.
Oh,
And I'll come back for that
Oh my
one
God.
because
Yes, Olaf unedited, absolutely. Oh my God. Well, it's so obvious. Like, I'm
you
not
can tell
surprised that you're saying
every
that.
single person up there is just having the time of their life. It's great.
It's beautiful. And obviously, we're a Disney podcast, so we'll get more into like the Disney of it all. But we also wanted to take this moment before we really get into the Frozen stuff too. Conor and I are both actors. We're both equity members. And we also want to thank you for your work as a counselor on Actors Equity. So,
thanks.
No, thank you. And we've like watched your videos, like breaking down just like healthcare. So before I get to, into it, our audience has a fair amount of theater people in it. But we also just, a lot of people listening are just Disney fans. So I was wondering if for a moment you could talk a bit about your work in Actors Equity for folks listening who might not be as familiar with, the Actors Union and the work that you do.
Yeah, sure. I actually, just before this, I was the chair of a 2-hour meeting on touring.
Oh my God.
The actor's life.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here today. Oh my gosh.
Please. So I'm going to go back in time. Before actors' unions, the way that actors were treated was shocking. So, like, a show would be trying out of town, and it would fail. It wasn't going well. And then the actors would go to work the next day, and the set would be gone. Their hotels weren't paid for anymore. They couldn't get home because the producers would cut and run. There used to be a time when we had to buy our own costumes if we wanted things to wear on stage. So I'd like to say if it wasn't human nature for the big guy to F with the little guy, we wouldn't need unions, but it is, and we do. Mm-hmm. And I've worked for wonderful people. The people at Paper Mill are so lovely to us. But, like, Actors Equity has really set the standard of how to treat actors and stage managers. And it's still a fight, There's still a lot that we're fighting for. And, healthcare in this time we're in is really important. And I actually, right before I got on here, I just paid my $300 to start my 6 months of health care on January 1st with the Actors Equity Health Insurance.
Congratulations.
Yes, honestly, congrats. Yep.
Insurance.
Yep.
But it's hard to achieve because health insurance is an evil. But I'm really proud of the work I've done. I'm proud of working with the people that want to volunteer for their fellow members. And if you're in a union and you're unhappy with what's going on with the union, then get involved because you are the union. A union is only the people that are in the union, right? Yeah. And there's always things to be frustrated with at work. But if you ever stop to think how they would treat us if someone wasn't creating rules for them to abide by, yeah, you start to feel a little better about it. But thanks for asking about that.
Yeah, no, it's just such an important part, I feel like, of you and your story and like how we know you. So we wanted to make sure that it was included in here.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll move on to some of the Disney stuff because that's what we do. First off, what level of Disney fan are you? Like how extreme are we going here?
Okay, so I will never turn down a trip to Disney. And to be honest, I know how to get in free at any park because I just know people that work there.
Yeah.
The problem is when you get in for free, you can't do any fast pass stuff.
Right.
Because you can't, it's not on the app. But I can always usually find someone to walk me into a park because, you know, it is indeed an investment.
Indeed.
Very much so.
But like, you know, the Disney Renaissance starting with like The Little Mermaid, like I was the right age for being like, oh, this is what a musical is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, my favorite Disney movie as a kid, though, was The Fox and the Hound.
Which is what a good choice.
Who
but
hurt
so
you?
sad.
It's so sad, but the fox's name is Todd.
That's
And
right.
so-
And you're like,
You
that's
know when
me.
you're little, if something has the same name as you, you're like, my
You're like,
favorite.
that's me.
Oh,
Yes.
that's it. Yes.
But
absolutely.
I tried to watch it recently, and I'm like, this is so sad.
Oh, I can't get through it at this age. I can't get through it anymore.
It's
That's on the
so-
shelf now.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
when you're the
goodness.
best of friends, like if that ever comes up in like a shuffle, I'm like, nope, we're skipping. Can't do that one today.
There's so much death in Disney movies.
So much. But I think it's made Disney fans like, I like to think like the very like empathetic and like sensitive people we are, maybe, right?
Sure,
Like, maybe.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or well adjusted. Slightly.
I don't know about that.
No,
Yeah.
no. Okay.
But I'm a good, I mean, I've already seen Zootopia 2. I'm a good Disney fan.
Oh, you're
better
ahead
than
of the two of us.
You're
yeah.
ahead of the two of
Oh.
us.
Not seen it yet.
We were too busy
Well,
seeing
I'm
Wicked 5 times.
AMC A-list, so I see movies for free.
Yeah. Great. Great. Oh, we're gonna get along just fine. This is gonna be great.
Okay. So what were some of your first connections to both Frozen and Olaf? Like, do you remember the
Well-
Frozen craze of it all?
Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing that movie, and well, Josh Gad and I worked together in Spelling
amazing.
Bee,
Yes.
and he was such a love. We enjoyed each other so much, and he was really, really kind. And to this day, he's always, we don't talk all the time, but when I text him or when he texts me, we like, you know, we can like catch up with each other. And I think he's honest to God a good person, and I think he is so funny and weird. And what's funny is he had a hard time in Spelling Bee. The director gave him a really hard time, and I thought he was so great, but like, you know, it's so fun to watch someone that's like pulling their hair out in kind of, I mean, I don't want to say smaller because it's Broadway, but then suddenly get to Hollywood and be huge.
Yeah.
And I mean, what he did with Olaf is just unmatched, right? And
Yeah.
And once I knew I was doing this, I was like, I'm not going to watch him do it. I know Josh. I know what he did. I don't want to try to sound like him, but I don't want to try to not sound like him because kids have an attachment to Olaf. So you can't really reinvent the wheel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can only be my version of what it already is. I actually think it's kind of, when they try to like do anything with Olaf, I think it's tough for kids because they like, Olaf is their favorite.
Yeah.
The amount of Olaf dolls in that audience on a nightly basis.
Oh my God.
I mean, the string and the merch stand of just Olaf.
Yes.
I was like, they are prepared. But you can totally see that in your performance. Like you can see the moments of like, how do I honor, you know, the legacy of Olaf, but also like make it your own. So it's very, very apparent in all of that. And, you know, the way that Olaf has been realized in most productions of Frozen, including at Paper Mill, he's a puppet. And a full body puppet at that. Like it attaches to your feet. It has like from looking at it, was like there's a center support that goes like down your back and like between your legs. And like holds the middle part. And then there's the arms and then there's the head. So like it's pretty involved.
It hurts so bad.
I was hoping that wasn't the case.
When I saw the metal rod like down the back between your legs, I was like,
No, that doesn't hurt.
Okay.
What hurts is manipulating the head. because puppets are usually this action.
Yes. It's
and
all...
this is this. So like, this is great for a podcast, acting things out like that. But it's
okay.
my
We
whole
have video
hand.
too. This is great.
I kind of make a claw, and then I lift my whole hand, and I now have like a superhero arm and a squiggly Todd arm on the other side. You can't believe the muscles I have in my right arm right now. And it makes me sad because I always was like, I guess I'm just not prone to making muscles. It's just how my body was made. And I'm like, oh crap. Had I actually been in the gym every day, I might have grown muscles.
What's your experience with puppetry?
Not other than being maybe even more than a Disney fan, a Muppet fan.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
I mean, Fozzie Bear is my phone. My scruff name is Waka Waka.
Oh my God!
There you go.
Yes.
Too much info.
Okay.
Too much info.
No, on here, never too much.
Yeah, I mean, they used to say when people would audition for Avenue Q, they wouldn't even have them learn a puppet. They would just come in and see if they could move their hands and do purpose. It's that little flame that lights a fire on that. Like, some people have that instinct and some people don't. Mm-hmm. And so I've always had the instinct. I knew how to do it, but it's a journey. And like the other thing is you can't articulate your feet. You have to walk flat-footed because you have these poles with snowball feet coming out. So, like, my ankles hurt all the time. I'm also just old, so that happens. But
I was thinking about that, too. Even getting around backstage is like you've kind of got, like, you've got to have, like, a clearance around you because you've got the feet and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the people have started to realize they got to give me the right of way.
Yeah.
Hide in a corner. I mean, Ben is
you
worse.
You and Sven. Yeah, I was going to say, you and Sven. Yeah. So where did you start with your approach to Olaf? Like, what... I know you kind of talked about this with, honoring the Josh Gad, the idea of Olaf that kids have. But like in terms of putting yourself into it, where did you start?
I mean, I think you have to think that these little kids invented this idea, right? Mm-hmm. And so while being like just bursting with love for these two sisters, which he is, he's also like has almost the humor of a child, right? And it's kind of because they invented him, he's going to be the funniest thing a child could come up with, right? And so like that's just like it is a child's sense of humor, but it's weird because I feel like adults get that it's a child's sense of humor, so the adults laugh at it too.
Yes.
It's not, sometimes you see a kids movie and it's just to make kids laugh.
Yes.
But Olaf somehow isn't that. I get two very distinct kind of laughs in the show. I get the kid laugh and the adult laugh. And and I kind of sometimes I like one more than the other,
Sure.
It's hard. Sometimes when we do a matinee and there's a lot of kids, sometimes they tell them, be quiet, behave. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. Yes, I so agree. Well, when you said Samantha yesterday, you got me good. I enjoyed the hell out of that.
I'm so happy because we were like, we're going to gamble on this and 60% of the audience won't get it.
Oh my God. I'm kind of like, how can you be there and not know the Samantha joke? But I loved it.
My friend Courtney came the other night, who's like a big Broadway star, and she and I, this is way too old for you guys, but we have always loved the show Who's the Boss?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Starring Tony Danza.
Yeah.
And she thought I put that in there because Tony Danza would always go, Samantha. And I didn't say it like that. But she's like, I can't believe you made a Who's the Boss joke in the show. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Incredible. I love that it works on so many different levels. Amazing.
So when you were talking about like Olaf at his root, he's coming from the imaginations of these two little girls, these two children. So you've got the song, a little bit of you, a little bit of me. Olaf's a little bit of Anna, a little bit of Elsa. What do you think he took from each of them? Well,
I mean, I think they both have an enormous amount of love, but I think the Elsa that had to kind of go away was the sister that would do anything for her sister and just wanted to like make her sister happy. And then the Anna without, I mean, Anna's the biggest kook, right? She gave me my big bouncy butt.
Yes.
And like, I mean, I think there's crossover there that they both start to find, but like, it's weird that Elsa's the love and Anna's the kook, and then Anna's the one that like gives up her life for her sister. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Did you guys know how much? You know, I like cry during the show. Like Todd cries, and I'm like, oh, you can't wipe your tears when your hand's in a puppet.
Oh my God, that's totally the pull quote from this. Yeah, it's very moving. It gets me every time.
Yeah,
every
really
time.
Lovely.
Yeah, and I honestly, in the stage version has what I always wanted the film version to have, which are those like moments with Elsa after the freezing moment where Anna's frozen, that being musicalized is just like,
oh sure,
so lovely to just like sit in that for a little bit.
How good are our Anna and Elsa?
Oh my
Like,
God,
it is
perfect, like perfection.
It is wild.
We were like gripping each other so hard every time you and them opened your mouths. It's just it was perfect.
The whole cast, everyone is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like just
you have Daniel as Kristoff, and you have Sam Gravett as Hans.
It's perfect.
First time he walked into rehearsal and looked at me, I was like, oh, I can't look him in the face. He's too pretty.
He's too pretty. He's too pretty. It's not fair.
My friend Mark that plays Wesselton, that like
we talked about him so much after the show.
I was like
born for the role.
I'm like and then he has his little music moment, and I'm just like
sing.
Sing. Go off. King.
I mean,
lace that.
He has more Broadway credits than anybody in the show. Look at his bio.
Oh, girl, he was in
the original Mamma Mia kid.
Yeah,
I know.
Like, what?
He just completely. I was like stealing every single scene he was in. I was like, wow. But okay, last thing I'll say on this sort of like crafting Olaf thing. So he's got a little bit of Elsa, he's got a little bit of Anna. What's the little bit of Todd that's in there?
Oh, geez.
Besides a possible Tony Danza joke, but not actually.
You know, I am very much a rule follower, except when I'm not. And he really brings out the naughty in me. And like, I think like,
I love that.
And I think that's part of why I like talk through all the dances, and I'm just talking to the dancers. And there was one point where they do this, like in Hugo, they do this dance with the cups, kind of like,
yes, kind of like Gaston, and yeah. And
one of the dancers was like, Todd, this is really hard for me. Can you stop talking to me? And I was like, oh, sure, totally. But like, there's like a sense of naughty that it brings out to me. And like the way he's like, he picks on Kristoff a little bit.
He does.
Yeah.
It's like his commitment is to Anna. And he doesn't know about this guy yet. I don't know. It feels like I am such a rule follower. I am always looking out for people's feelings. And I feel like I get to get out this other side of me with him.
I
love that. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Well, speaking of what you were talking about earlier as well, your performance was kind of the first time I started thinking about Olaf's age because of that like very childlike. There was this one line, the way you delivered, "Oh, you're hugging," that made me kind of go like, "Oh yeah, like what?" Where is Olaf's mind when it comes to love? Like, obviously, he understands love very deeply, but is also very childlike about it in other ways that you made so evident in that line. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only way to deliver that, right? Right? Yeah, like, because you hear the kids giggle because, like two people that aren't related hugging? What? Like, that's a big, ooh.
Yeah.
By the way, when you said I started thinking about Olaf's age, I'm like, why? Because I'm old?
No, not at all. Not at all.
We were going to be friends.
No, we're still going to be, I swear. You're going to come out of this, we're going to be friends. I promise. No, because he lived in this because the wise part of him was obvious too. And that I kind of always put Olaf in like the more childlike land. But there is like a wisdom to him telling Anna what love really is, that made him be like this almost like otherworldly, like ageless kind of thing that I don't know, something about the way that you were playing it really brought out to me.
Thanks. I think he doesn't have the complications of a human life, right? Like, he doesn't have a lot of experience, so he is young, but like, of course I know what love is, right? Because he's kind of born out of what was in these kids' heads when they were little kids, and none of the junk that has happened since then.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like as human beings, it's good to grow up and learn, but like, I mean, as actors, do you ever think about like how fearless you were when you were a kid? I would just like get up and make my 4th grade class, and I'm like, we're going to sing this song. And I just didn't know to be scared.
Yeah.
You know, and as we get older, there's so much inside of us that tells us that we should be scared. This isn't going to work. This isn't, you know. And so I think the bravery of being a kid also is in him too. Yeah.
Wow, you're kind of touching on, we'll have a question for you about it later, but like the deeper themes of why we wanted to do this podcast. It's going too well. It's going too well.
Oh no. Am I a host now?
I think this is
Maybe.
it. We're just
You've
kind of
got
going
the
to call
mic,
it.
so
Yeah.
listen.
You love the Muppets. You've got the knowledge. We're good. I wanted to say too, speaking of the kids' reactions to Olaf, I think one of my favorite character entrances in any musical is Olaf's, because it's like everyone's kind of, you forget that you're waiting for him because the show is so entertaining and so fun. But then there's that sense of like somebody's missing, and it's Olaf. And there is always, every time I've seen it, and it happened last night too, there's always this like coo that goes through the audience when Olaf finally walks on, of just like delight.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, first of all, if you can hear that when you come on, but if there are any other moments where you've really heard something from the audience, like of them responding to Olaf, probably children, but I reacted as an adult too, so you never know.
She did.
I mean,
My first performance of it, and like sometimes I'll get like entrance applause, and sometimes I just get cooing too. But that first performance, they like lost their minds, and I had to stand there, and like Anna and Christoph had to hold, and I literally had to say, "Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry," because like it's just like, because it's not about me. I'm not like, they're not like, Todd's here, but they're like, to hear like an unadulterated like love for a sweet character is just really beautiful. I was so moved by it. Yeah, I mean, the other stuff I love, and it happens rarely because people are told to behave, is winter's a good time to stay in and cuddle, put me in summer and I'll be and it's really fun when they talk back, when the kids, you know, and like there was one like someone a little older went like happy snowman so loud that I almost went, that's right, I have, but I couldn't, and like the balcony didn't hear him, so I'm like, I can't really address it. So
oh my God.
it really just that stuff really gets me.
And what a perfect time of year to kind of be having those moments too. Just like everybody being a kid
I'm also
again.
at a point in my career where I just want to have fun. Let me just be in a fun show with fun people,
and that's
make people smile.
Yeah, speaking of going back, that's probably why we all started doing it in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
But no, like I had that moment sitting there, and with the Christmas trees that are lit up on the side, like before the show started, I'm like, it is so right to see Frozen right around Christmas time. I'm like, it just feels correct.
Yeah.
And everybody's doing it right now, and I'm so happy because it wasn't a success on Broadway. It didn't sell well.
It should not have closed though, because that show was so good.
I think they just spent too much money on it. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know the ins and outs. I don't want any show to close, but I'm happy that it's turned into this thing that's playing everywhere, and like people from the Broadway team have come to see us, and it's been lovely.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Beautiful.
So thinking about that original production of Frozen and now this version that you have here at Paper Mill. So what do you find that is unique to this production of Frozen?
You know, well, it's also a half an hour shorter. You know, I have a lot of friends that were in that Broadway production, and it was stressful. Disney hadn't had a hit since Aladdin, and they were putting a lot of eggs in this basket. And I think it was, I don't think anybody acted poorly, but I think it wasn't fun. I have a lot of friends that were in it and we, from day one, were just like, if we're laughing, they're laughing, right? If you found out that like Tom Hanks was not having fun in the studio while recording the Toy Story movies, you'd be so upset.
Mortified.
Yeah. So it's just, I mean, I know it's all I keep saying, but like, we get excited to do the show every night. Like Sammy, who plays Anna, we did the matinee yesterday, and I didn't see her before she started. I didn't see her until I came on, and she's like, I don't like this. We gotta talk. We gotta hug before the show. You can't just come on stage and that's the first time I see you. It's just,
God.
I get really excited to see the people in the building. And I just think it makes a big difference. And I think the people that did it on Broadway were lovely. I just think it wasn't, and I'm speaking completely out of turn, but I think it wasn't allowed to be joyful because it was so stressful.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on it.
Yeah.
So what about the story of Frozen, kind of thinking more big picture, do you think resonates with audiences specifically now? Like why do you think this is getting produced so much, and why do you think it should be getting produced?
I mean, the basic theme that we turn the true love on its head. You know, it's the love of the sisters. No woman needs to be rescued. And like, Anna finds love, and Elsa learns to love herself, and then they both are willing to sacrifice themselves for each other. And I just think we're in a tricky time of the world, and to just see people that are just willing to give of themselves for someone else they love, and it's not romantic love, it's just family love of a person. And I don't think there's a lot of stories like that. And I'm especially in kid stories, which tend to be simplistic. And I mean, even seeing Zootopia 2, not to give it away, but I'm like, those two main characters are, I think, a man and a woman, a rabbit and a fox, but there's no attempt to make them romantic counterparts.
Yeah.
They're just friends. They're good to each other. And it's, I don't know, I just think that's really loud. It's people that, a lot of the story is them struggling to learn how to be good to each other in both these stories. So,
yeah.
And the songs rock. They're so good.
The music is great. And honestly, I'm like, the music in the musical, the added stuff is so good. Dangerous to Dream gets me every single time.
Oh, yeah. Dream Monster.
But everything the ensemble gets is just so good, too. That's what we were going to ask you next. It's perfect. We were going to ask you, what's the song? I mean, maybe it changes. What are you like bopping along to backstage? Like, what song can you not resist?
To be honest, Colder by the Minute. When they're like, when like the ensemble, also our Colder by the Minute is so good that like
it's so good.
They are dancing their faces.
That's what I was saying. I was like, everybody is pointing their damn
feet
toes.
are pointed. Abby Lee Miller would be proud. Like,
but like, and then the like. Anna and Elsa and Kristoff and Hans have all those interjections, and Elsa has that one, I can, and it's, I'm like, we are making children gay when she sings that. It's so good.
Yes.
Like, it's so good.
Yes,
so
I was hearing things in your Colder by the Minute that I haven't heard when I've seen it done other places. Like,
yes.
I was really hearing, and maybe this is also because I low-key kind of missed the song, but I was really hearing Anna's true love parts.
For bits of that.
Oh, yeah.
The little bits, because that's all we have left of that song now.
Yeah.
I know.
I miss it.
But like, they had to make it shorter.
Yes, they did.
Can't make, I mean, somehow Lion King is a bit of the exception of like turning something into a 2.5, 3 hour musical. And I think that just because there's so much artistry thrown at that, and it's kind of its own thing.
True.
But I think the kids start to get bored if we go too long.
Sure.
They were all like, this did feel like the right amount of time for them. They were all like very locked in to like the flow. I felt it. Yeah.
All right. So thinking of Todd's career now, do you have any bucket list Disney characters that you would like to play, whether they're existing or not yet written for the stage?
Oh, I don't. Do you know what part has eluded me like crazy? And it's not even that I'm dying to play it, but I was like offered Cogsworth at
I
the
knew you were going to
Muni.
say that. I was going to say it. I was like, tell me it's Cogsworth.
I was offered Cogsworth at the Muni, and then I couldn't do it. I wasn't free. And the Muni is the best job ever, if you've ever heard of the
my
Muni in
God,
St.
yes.
Louis. It's the best job
Yes.
ever, and I can't believe I had to turn it down. And since then, I cannot book Cogsworth.
It's the Cogsworth
rude.
curse. Okay, we have to break that for you.
We're going to break that for you.
But like, I'm like, I don't need another heavy costume.
Fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, my ultimate dream would be to do something with the Muppets. I think I don't know if I would be able to control myself. I think I would. Like, I have friends that like got to do appearances on Sesame Street, and they're like, it's really hard to just not start crying. When it's attached so hard to your childhood in that way, it digs down deeper than anything you know. Like, I feel like I can talk to Meryl Streep, but if I run into someone that I was a fan of when I was a kid, I'm like, I can't do anything.
That happened to me last week. I was in a Muppet Christmas Carol concert, and Bear from Bear in the Big Blue House was in it. And I just was like looking up at Bear. Like I could not even handle myself.
Yeah,
all the pictures,
there
I'm
are
like,
pictures of Caroline. Yeah, you look like a child.
I could
you have
not
the
believe
child
it. It was
smile.
unbelievable. I totally agree. Yeah, I mean, and ever since, Rob Lake closed, I think everybody's talking about like the Muppets need to be like the stars of the show on Broadway.
Well, they've like tried things before. They did developmental things with the Muppets, but I'm just looking forward to the Cola Scola Miss Piggy movie.
Oh my God.
Gonna be unreal.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
so
I don't know how it'll live up to what I want it to be, but I think it will.
I think it could. Oh my
It
God.
truly will. Oh my gosh. Yes.
We have another overall career question for you, kind of zooming out a little bit. Do you think there is any, speaking of your character you just played in Tartuffe as well, do you think there's any kind of through line connecting the characters you've played? Or if they if they all sat down and had dinner together, what do you think they would be talking about? What would that be like?
Jeez, wow. I will say most of what I play are amiable people. I'll play like a Nicely in Guys and Dolls. I've done that a ton. And his name's Nicely. I'll do like a Marcellus in the Music Man. I do a lot of people that maybe not always the sharpest tools, but like there's a certain joy they carry with them. What was fun about Tartuffe is I never get to play mean. When I lived in LA, I would go in for like snarky gay assistant, and they're like, you're too nice for that. And you put a tiara on me and call me grandma, and suddenly I'm a real bitch.
You can curse on here.
We have an
Okay.
explicit rating.
All right. And I don't know. I mean, that was really fun. I mean, but even this summer, I played someone who was a murderer, but he was the nicest guy in town. And so, like, I have the kind of face that everybody walks up to me and asks me for directions.
Yeah.
I'm the safest looking person to them, and they will I'll be in another country and people will push by to ask me, and I'm like, I don't speak this language. So I don't know. I think I've played a lot of like amiable people and people that like to make jokes or people that are the butt of the joke. Yeah, I don't know.
No, that's a great answer.
That's a question.
No, you were cooking there. No, I like that. That's a great answer.
What a question.
Great. I love that.
Tonight.
You can come back and you can give us your final answer if you think of something else.
One of the things that we talk about a lot on our podcast is the sort of like grown-up magic and connecting back to the things that brought us joy when we were younger. Or anything that just makes us feel like magic is real. So like we just did a whole episode about Wicked for Good, and how much that I felt like so much magic was happening there. Both of us really did. And so I'm wondering for you, like where do you find grown-up magic now? Where do you find places that harken back to something that where you were younger, or something that is just like special and beyond words?
I mean, it's what I do for a living, right? I think I dress up and I play pretend, and I think that's why I do that. I always say that, like, when I figured out I couldn't catch a ball, my mom let me audition for like the children's theater performing troupe, and you walk in and you're like, oh, these are my people. I went to theater camp growing up, Stage Door Manor in the Catskills.
Oh yeah, baby. Mm-hmm.
7 summers, baby.
Oh yes.
And they back then the owners used to say that they would have the staff like raid the costume storage and like dress up like people and stand around pianos and just do sing-alongs the day all of the campers were arriving. Because this is, to give away my age a little bit, before the internet, and we theater dorks didn't know how to find each other. And they said when we got to like walk into like the main area and people were just like standing around singing all these musical theater songs, they would say you could see kids really take their first breath, you know, because they just feel safe and they're amongst people that get them. And so, I mean, it's one of the greatest joys of doing what I do is all of my best friends are people I met doing this. You know, even if they're not actors, you know, my best friend's a company manager, my best friend's a stage manager, and we're all just kind of in this world of making silly little plays. And, you know, it means we don't totally ever have to grow up.
Yeah.
But we still need insurance.
Yeah, that always puts a damper on it a little. But that made me really emotional. Thank you for sharing that story.
Of course.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I've definitely felt like there were a lot of, I don't know, I felt like there were some kids who, like, you know, took that breath last night. Like when we were there was this little girl who was behind us, and God bless her, she was all decked out in her outfit, and Let It Go started and she began to sing.
Completely on pitch the whole time. Like she had it.
The whole time she had it. She was confident, and she sang the whole thing. And it was just like such a surreal experience where I'm just like, this is incredible to see Mary-Kate Morrissey, who is like technique for days. Yeah. And this little girl behind us, and they're just vibing. Like something unlocked, and this little girl is just no inhibitions whatsoever. She is just here in the moment. Like, it was really, really special.
Can I tell you something special about Let It Go? The ensemble has these backup vocals that they sing backstage. Mm-hmm. And they all have to like stand around like a conductor's monitor where they can see the conductor, and it's off stage left. And none of the principals sing, but we all come out at that moment and do what we call the Let It Go rave, where we all just like dance around and like, I'm in my 40s, right? So I'm like, it's just because we want to have fun.
Yeah.
And like, I keep saying to myself, I'm like, every once in a while, I'm like, I'm tired, I'm going to stay in my dressing room. I'm like, no. Keeping something fun is a choice. So we're going to keep it fun.
That's another pull quote. That's another pull quote.
Oh, my God. My God. We're going to have to turn these into T-shirts.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, you're like, oh, I'm bopping to Colder by the Minute. Meanwhile, there's a Let It Go rave happening every night. Oh, my God. I'm so glad I know that now.
At my funeral, there needs to be a Let It Go rave.
Let It Go rave.
It's required.
Okay. So we're going to wrap up this little interview portion of this. We're going to play a little game with you after. Don't worry. It's a simple, you can't get the game wrong. But we always like to ask everybody a few rapid fire basic Disney questions. You already told us your favorite movie. Are you submitting The Fox and the Hound as your favorite Disney movie? And that could be the answer for today. These are today's answers.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent choice. Favorite Disney princess?
I'm going to say Rapunzel, because I think Tangled does not get...
It does not.
We're all about that here.
Deserves.
Yes.
And And I think she's like, I love that the princesses got weirder in recent years. And I think she's a bit of a weirdo.
Princesses.
And I'm sorry, when she cuts that hair short, I'm like, oh, you figured it out. That is your look, girl.
Oh, absolutely. You know how much I wanted to chop my hair after I saw that movie? I was like, this has got to be my look too. That's a great. I love the weirdo princesses too. Okay, favorite today, Disney song.
Oh, I think it has to be something that Howard Ashman wrote with Alan Menken. I'm just going to say Belle, the opening of Beauty and the Beast.
Can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it.
I just think that, like, they gave us Little Mermaid, and then they were like, we're going to give you a sophisticated Broadway opening.
Yeah,
Yes.
a Broadway musical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we meet a bunch of the characters. We know how everyone feels about the main character. It is sophisticated and thrilling. And Marie the Baguettes, hurry up.
I need 6 eggs. Too expensive. Those fish, they smell.
Oh my God. The line that nobody ever realizes is there is those fish they smell.
Those
Excellent.
fish, they smell. That's one of my favorite ones.
Where's that?
It's at
hidden.
the very, very, very end when all of the layers are happening. So like when Gaston's singing in Belle's hair, there's like those fish, they smell. It's fantastic.
I want to be that. I want to be the fish they smell woman.
I want
to
be those fish they smell, and I want to be the little nightstand that has the baseball bat in the fight scene in the film. So he's just over there with like a baseball bat.
They do feel like they would be all one track. Speaking of True Lies, those are all one track. Yeah.
Truly.
Great. Okay. Favorite Disney villain?
Ursula.
Correct.
Yeah, great.
I mean, there's kind of...
You passed the episode.
Well, she is the gayest. And, like, you want your villains to be fun and not too scary. I don't quite like how scary she gets at the end of the movie, but like, you know, like Scar gets too scary for me, and like Maleficent gets too scary for me, you know, but there is a little bit of a drag to Ursula that I'm like, okay, I'm more comfortable with this.
Yeah, there's a level of fabulousness where you're just like, kind of like,
absolutely.
I wonder if she did get her way. Would the world really be so bad?
Yes. Yeah, so she's having so much fun that, like, how bad could it really go, right?
I mean, but let's be honest. The best villain song in terms of musical theater, which was completely inappropriate for us as children, was Hellfire in Hunchback.
We've basically done an entire episode on that.
How dare they put that in a cartoon?
With some of those visuals hopping out of the fire, I don't know what was going on, but I love it. But, yeah. Yes.
We grew up fast watching that movie.
Oh, absolutely. And great. Our final of this rapid fire, now that we know that you are experienced with the parks, what's your favorite parks attraction?
Oh. I'm just going to say what I always loved as a kid was Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Go straight to hell.
Yeah, speaking of hell.
You go to hell.
You go to hell, baby.
But like you know, my sister would be like, let's go here. I'm like, we got to do Mr. Toad's. But the first time I ever went to Disney, I was 8 years old. And we walked in just at the beginning of the day. And I said, well, we got to see a show. And they're like, well, there's no show for a while. And I said, well, where's the show going to be? And they're like, it's behind the castle. And I sat on the ground for 3 hours until the show started. Because I was like, I gotta see a show.
Oh, 8-year-old Todd.
We all would have understood each other so well as kids.
The other thing I must tell you is that back in the day, I sat in the audience of the new Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh my God.
You know, like Brittany and Justin.
And Justin?
Yeah. And it was, when it was MGM Studios, you could like, it was connected to there, and you could like, there was no like online. You literally had to go and say like, are there tickets? And there were. And I found out I got tickets, and I made my mom take me back. I think I was 12. Take me back to the hotel because I wanted to wear my stage door t-shirt on.
Because I was going to ask you, were you watching like, Why Am I Not Up There? Why Am I Not in the Mickey Mouse Club?
I mean, I never thought I was cool, and those people are cool. But
Yeah.
but and part of it is I was such a good laugher, and the camera caught me laughing so many times that they would play me in episodes for the rest of the run, laughing. And all the kids in school would be like, "How many times you go to the Mickey Mouse Club?" I'm like, "I was just there."
Just there once. That's
Oh
iconic.
my God.
It's
That
not my
needs to be
fault
on
that
your
the other
resume.
audiences were lame.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Honestly, they should have like done sort of like the Friends situation with what's his name, the barista. What's his name?
Gunther.
Gunther. Yes,
Yes,
Gunther.
yes.
I'm like you were
I
the
could've been the
Gunther of
Gunther
could
of
have been the
the
Gunther
Mickey
of
Mouse
Mickey
Club.
Mouse Club.
Oh my God.
That's goals.
Featured laugher. That should be on your resume.
Yes. That should be in special skills.
Featured laugher.
Yeah. There
I
you
mean,
go.
meanwhile, also invite me when you're in a show because I'm the best audience member ever.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Great to know.
Yeah.
My God.
I do laugh.
All right. So in our last couple minutes that we have you, we're going to play a quick little game, and this is a little superlative game. So
Okay.
it's who's most likely to blank.
So we will give you who's most likely to do this, and you tell us which character from Frozen would be the most likely to do this thing.
Okay.
There's no wrong answers on this one either. So like no
No.
pressure.
Okay, I'm still nervous.
It's whatever
Okay,
your soul
fair enough.
tells you. Yep.
Here, we can take a group breath real quick. Ready?
We're here to have fun. Yep.
Fun is a choice. Having fun is a choice.
Having fun is a choice.
Thank you.
I'm literally putting that on a
The wisdom
Oh.
I have injected into your podcast.
Oh my God, we're gonna be like, we don't even have to look for anything to pull. Thank God,
No,
this is gonna be so
no.
easy.
All right. So which character from Frozen is most likely to clap when the plane lands?
The things we make people do on this
I know.
podcast.
I think Anna.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels right.
She's a clapper.
That feels
Yeah.
right.
And I
Yes.
think she cheers people on.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
supportive.
Yes. Excellent. Okay. Which Frozen character is most likely to be late for their own birthday party?
Anna.
Yeah, I kind of had that thought too.
She's late for the coronation.
Right.
Which character from Frozen is most likely to write a memoir?
I'm going to say that, like, I think that, like, in an attempt to, like, redeem himself, he would write a, like, what I've learned, that Hans would, like, write, like, how he became the person he was and now how he's better. Kind
Oh
of like
yeah, and the cover would totally be
post-prison.
him, like it would be him, like you know, like
I almost
smizing.
thought you
Yeah,
were going to say Olaf, and I was like, Olaf writing a memoir would be
Be fabulous.
wild.
Yeah, it would be fabulous.
Wild.
He'd be like, I don't remember much, and then I was here, basically. Like I just appeared.
There's no way I could operate the hands to have him hold a pen anyway. So.
There you go.
Right. Great. Okay, which character from Frozen is most likely to have the highest screen time? Who's scrolling?
Oh. Well, I mean, let's be honest. If you gave Olaf a screen, he would never look away,
Yeah.
right?
Be one
He
of the
could be
little
an
tablet
iPad
kids.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Great.
Which character from Frozen is most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse?
Elsa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She'd freeze him.
Yeah. Yeah. I know we said there are no correct answers, but some of these there are.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yep. Okay. Which character from Frozen would be most active in the group chat?
Olaf.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. So good.
Which character from Frozen is most likely to forget to mute themselves in a Zoom meeting?
Okay, I'm gonna throw in. I'll throw in I'll throw in a weird one. Wesselton.
Yes.
Because I think he'd be in the meeting and then he'd be like, "I hate this guy," and not realize he didn't mute him when he was talking to someone.
Yes,
Like that.
and I feel like he usually would have somebody to do that for him, so
Yeah.
he wouldn't really know.
wouldn't know how to.
He would know how to do it. Yep,
That's
great,
good.
fantastic. And this is the last one.
Okay.
I promise this is the end. Which character from Frozen would be the most awkward gift opener?
What does that mean?
Like, when everybody's watching you open your gift, that's hilarious. You know what? Maybe it's a me thing.
I think it might be a you
everybody's
thing.
watching you open your gift and you're like, you have to react and like be like, oh, I loved it. And who is just so uncomfortable with everybody watching them?
Oh,
right. Okay, well then I think, and we haven't said him yet. Let's say Christoph.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like a bit of a, like he's a like strapping, lovely, wonderful man, but he's like socially he's a little bit off.
Absolutely.
He has a little bit more trouble than some.
Yes, it's so true.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for indulging us with that.
Yeah, thank you. We love doing like little games and things like that. So
love a game.
Have you ever heard the cut song from Christoph in Frozen 2? Got to get this right.
Yes.
That's so good. Why did they? That should have been it.
A lot of the cut. I'm very
cuts.
into the cut stuff from Frozen 2. Very into that. Yes.
I'm also just generally into Frozen 2 so much.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so much.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
that's
All right.
also like why we loved the Samantha call out. That's one of the reasons why I loved, like, I grabbed Caroline when we saw Elsa's Let It Go costume. I was like, oh my gosh, I love how much white is in this as opposed to like the
giving
teal,
Frozen
because
2.
it feels like it gives a little bit of the fifth spirit in Frozen 2 moment. I was like,
sure.
I'm like, this is feeling super fun. So anything Frozen 2, I'm like, I'm there for it. I'm there for it.
What about Frozen 3 coming?
Yeah, and then
like
Frozen 4.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
There's going to be
Yes.
2 more at least, they
Yes.
said.
Okay, good.
Look out, James Cameron. He's going to be the new Avatar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Well, that's another
Yeah.
thing. Todd, thank you so much, especially knowing you're in the middle of the show, but knowing everything else you're doing with Equity. Thank you so much for taking the time during this holiday season and all of this run to do this with us. We loved the show so much. We loved you in the show so much. To everybody watching and listening, you can see Frozen at Paper Mill Playhouse through January 11th, and we really hope that you do because it is a delight.
And Todd, how should people stay in touch with you or find what you have going on
what
next?
a question. I had a wonderful Instagram, and then Meta decided I did something wrong and wouldn't tell me what it was, and took my Instagram and Facebook away, and I filed an appeal, and they said it would take 24 hours, and that was 6 months ago. And so I don't know how to get my social media back.
Okay,
So-
listeners, this is what we're going to do.
We're all gonna
we are
file a
going to
report.
at Adam
Yes.
Mosseri. We're going to add
Yeah.
all of these people, and we are going to get Todd's Instagram back.
Oh my God. Do you feel free in any way? Do you feel good being away from social media?
Like I pick up my phone and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I guess I'll just do a New York Times game instead.
Wow.
And that's
How
better for my
healthy.
brain.
Getting to the other side.
So
Yeah.
healthy.
Or I just look at Scruff.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely. Well, we found your website, so we'll also link your website for everybody
great,
if they
great,
want to.
great.
Yep. So we'll do that, and we will, whatever we do to the meta gods, which I don't even want to call them that, but
Unbelievable.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy, right?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
and I'm way off Twitter, so we ain't doing that
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Yep. Us
Yeah.
as well. Fabulous.
Yeah. You guys are such a joy. This was really fun.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
so glad.
Thank you so much.
for
This is a
doing
joy
this.
for us.
Oh, yes. You're the best.
right.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
Have a
Bye.
good rest of the day. Have a good show.
Thanks. Bye.
Alrighty, well, that's going to do it for us for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you once
Yeah.
again, Todd, for
Thank you,
being here
Todd.
with us.
That was so much fun. What a delight.
So much fun. If you liked what you heard, please make sure that you hit follow or subscribe wherever you're listening to the podcast or watching it. Opt in for notifications on YouTube. And then this is that moment. Leave a written review, leave a comment, hit 5 stars, do whatever you need to do to help someone else find the podcast. And that could also be just hitting the share button and sending it to a friend. Go send this episode to somebody who you think should buy tickets for you to go see Frozen at Paper Mill.
Oh,
for.
absolutely.
So, like,
that would
having
be a
them-
great
Yeah.
gift.
Yeah.
That would be a great holiday gift.
Listen, last minute holiday gift, like just
that
take
no one
someone-
would know is last minute. And it's a gift of an experience, which I think is the best gift. Just saying.
Agreed.
Just
Agreed.
saying.
And this production is Broadway quality.
Mhm.
Oh, so good.
So
So
good.
thank you for doing what you're doing to help spread the joy of Poor Unfortunate Podcast. Fun is a choice.
Having fun is a choice.
So choose to share Poor Unfortunate Podcast with
because
someone.
it's fun, right? Yeah.
It's fun, right?
We're having fun. We're also having a lot of fun over on our social media. You can follow us everywhere. We're at Poor Unfortunate Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, all of those. Obviously, we are going to share more about our experience seeing the show because you need to see how they have absolutely decked out Paper Mill Playhouse. You need to see like the themed like beverages, the merch. We're going to show it all to you.
The Cocoa Shack outside.
The Cocoa Shack. I bought merch. Surprising nobody. But yeah, we're going to show all of that to you. So you should definitely catch that on our social media. And if you want even more Poor Unfortunate podcasts in your life, if this is maybe your first time listening or watching and you feel like we might be your people, we would love to meet you. So you can join either our private Facebook group or our Discord server, the Poor Unfortunate Fam. So that is where our listeners go to talk about the episodes, talk about Disney, connect about all of these other things that we're finding out we all have in common, whether it's theater, whether it's Bath and Body Works, reading, video games. We talk about all of it. And it's a great way for Conor and I to find out who's out there listening so that we can tailor the podcast to what you love. So please join. We would love, love, love to meet you.
If you're looking for merch, we do have that available in the Poor Unfortunate shop, poorunfortunatepodcast.com/shop. And as I always say, it does take us a little bit of money to keep the podcast up and running and coming to you. We have a PayPal account linked in the episode description and in our website links. Truly, anything you have to spare goes a long way for us. It could be $1, $5, $10. It could be more than that. It could be a one-time donation. It could be a monthly donation. It all just goes right back into the podcast, helping us keep it free. And to all of our monthly donors, thank you. We would not be able to do this without you. Sending you all of the warm hugs.
Yes.
Alrighty. So we will be back soon with another episode. I'm not saying what it is because every single time I say what it is, it's
the holidays, right? The next one's a grab bag. You'll just have to stay tuned and follow us to find out.
Exactly. So until then, Beluga Sevruga.